Good morning, students. So in our previous video we have started the revision of our lesson number 10, which is light. So in this video we are going to continue with the same. In our previous video we have discussed about the types of mirror, that there are two types of mirror, plane mirror and the spherical mirror. We have discussed the properties of plane mirror. In this video we are going to discuss about the properties, or you can say about spherical mirror, that is concave and convex mirror. So firstly we are going to discuss about concave mirror or converging mirror. So firstly let us see the image formed for different positions of the object by this mirror, or you can say the ray diagrams. So here you can see here are the 5 positions of the objects where we can place the objects, and these are the positions of the image where we can get the position of the image if we place the object at these 5 different places. So firstly you can see at infinity, if we place the object at infinity, the position of image is at the focus. The size of the image will be highly diminished and point size, and the nature of the image will be real and inverted. So in the same way you can see the next one, if the position of object is beyond C, the position of the image will be between F and C, where C is the center of curvature and F is the focus. Size of the image will be diminished and nature of the image will be real and inverted. So these others are the different cases which you can discuss under concave mirror. The last one is important because when you place the object between P and F, the position of the image will be behind the mirror, the size will be enlarged, and only in this case the nature of the image will be virtual and erect. So these are important. So for this you should know how to draw the ray diagrams. Uses of concave mirror. So the concave mirror is basically used by a dentist mirror. It is used as a shaving mirror, in searchlight, in headlights, where you have to focus or where you have to see the enlarged image of an object. So there concave mirror is used. Now let us see the rules for image formation. So there are certain rules to how to draw the ray diagrams. So firstly you can see rays parallel to the principal axis get reflected back through focus. So if we draw the ray diagram, this is pole, this is focus, and this is center of curvature. So the line which are parallel to the principal axis will pass through the focus. This is the one way to draw the ray diagram. The other one is rays passing through the focus will emerge parallel to the principal axis. If the rays will pass through the focus like this, then it will be moved parallel after the reflection. Now let us see the next one. Rays from the center of the curvature get reflected back along its own path. So if the incident ray will pass through the center of curvature, the reflected ray will just retrace its original path. The last one is a ray of light incident obliquely at the pole, this is pole, gets reflected at the same angle on the other side of principal axis into the same medium. So if the incident light will fall on the pole, it will get reflected back through the same angle. So by selecting any two rules for the image formation or for the ray diagrams, you can easily draw your ray diagrams by selecting any two rules. So this was all about concave mirror. Now is convex mirror. So there are only two cases for the image formation by convex mirror. First is, you can see if the object is placed at infinity, the position of the image will be at focus behind the mirror. Image will be highly diminished. Nature of the image will be virtual and direct. And the other case is if the object is placed between infinity and pole of the mirror, the image will be formed between P and F. Behind the mirror, the image will be highly diminished and nature will be virtual and erect. So in case of convex mirror, the size of the image will always be diminished and the nature will always be virtual and erect. So it is basically used in rear view mirror because it forms highly diminished image of the traffic behind, which is moving behind the vehicle. Second, it forms virtual and erect image, and the third is it gives a wider field of view. That's why this mirror is used as rear view mirror. It is also used in shops to check theft at traffic junctions, etc. The image formation for this mirror is same as we have discussed in the concave mirror. Now to solve the numericals, you should know some sign conventions related to that. So let us discuss the sign conventions for reflection of light by spherical mirror. The set of rules to use plus or minus sign with the values while doing any problem in optics is called sign convention. So as I have just told you, they will be helpful in solving the numericals. So all the distances left and side to the mirror will be taken as negative, and all the distances taken right hand side to the mirror will be taken as positive. All the distances or the size of an object above the principal axis will be taken as positive, and height of the image below the principal axis will be taken as negative, and all the distances will be measured from this pole. So these are the sign conventions which will be helpful in solving any problem. So here you can see the object is always placed to the left of the mirror so that the incident light moves left to right. All the distances are to be measured from the pole of the mirror. The distance measured in the direction of the incident light will be taken as positive, while those measured to the left of the origin along negative x-axis will be taken as negative. All measurements of height above the principal axis are to be taken as positive, and below the principal axis they will be taken as negative. So I hope the sign conventions are clear to you all. So this was all about reflection. In our next video we are going to discuss about refraction. So that's it for this video.